Now, Joseph, thank you so much for coming today again to have an interview with me. Now, I have a few questions that we want to talk about. Now, we had done earlier video about the hens that you are right now planning to transfer them to a new house, and you say they are about 370. Now, in those hens, we want to talk about what kind of care will they undergo while laying eggs, because you said they are at 20 weeks. Yeah. Now, first to begin with, at what age should they start laying eggs? At what age?
Normally they start laying at week 18.
Week 18
to 20.
Okay.
They should have started laying. That is when you supply them enough feed. You manage them when you manage them well.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, where have they started now by 20 weeks? Have they started laying?
There was some kind of stress which was experienced. They were infected with a certain infection. So I think that's why they have delay in laying. But probably by next week, they are so much certain that they will start laying.
Okay. Now, once they start laying, will it be gradual, or they will just lay all of them at once?
It's gradual. They does not lay at once, all of them. They lay, like now, they start maybe from 10%, 20%, yeah, at an increasing rate.
Oh, at an increasing rate?
Yes.
Oh, okay, now. Now, what are the chances of, okay, what percentage do they go 100%, or at some point some will fade?
Not really, it does not reach 100%, but under very good management and using a good system, they can reach around 95 to 99%. Yeah, but they cannot lay all of them.
They cannot lay all of them.
Yeah.
Now, just to confirm, because I'm curious, what is this that can make the 1% not to lay eggs?
There are so many external factors. Yes.
One of them?
They are stress. Yeah, when they have been affected by stress, they cannot lay. Maybe there's one which cannot get feed, so they does not feed at the same rate.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so those are some of the factors which can make so they cannot lay.
So there are chances a hen going completely without laying?
Yes.
Okay.
But they cannot go not laying more than a day.
Okay.
So it doesn't lay today, it must lay tomorrow.
It must lay tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now, so you want to say if someone if the hens have started laying eggs, the process is now continuous for how long? For how long will they keep laying eggs?
They could lay up to a maximum of 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
Non-stop?
Yeah, non-stop. That is about 18 to 24 months. That is
okay.
Approximately 2 years. Then they will take a rest.
But
now, as an extensionist, I advise farmers when they reach that stage, you just remove that stock, you bring a new one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can sell as broilers now, not layers, and then you bring now a new stock. Okay.
Now, now they are laying eggs.
Yes.
In terms of feeding, people really have a problem with fear hens because of feeds. Now, usually, how many times? What determines how many times they are given foods in a day?
Okay, it depends on the number of hens that you have. There is I told you, Ari, that is a calculation you do. At every stage, there are number of grams a hen can feed. So you have to calculate, depending on the number of hens you have, then you will get the number of kgs, so that you know the number of bags you feed your hens. So
in short, that means, again, you need the input of a professional to guide you through.
Yes.
That's where you come in now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of care, apart from the foods, in terms of now their health, what do you do when they start laying eggs and going forward?
There are so many factors you have to keep into consideration.
Yes.
Number one, as I told you, Ari, you have to ensure that your hens are secure.
Okay.
There are no distractors.
All right.
Because those distractors, they bring stress. And the stress, I've told you, they affect the production. So another one, there are some other supplements apart from the feeds that you have to give your hens to supplement so that you can have maximum production of the eggs. For example, you have to provide sand.
Sand.
Yes, you have to provide vegetables.
Sand.
Yes.
Mchanga.
Yes.
Okay.
It acts as a grit.
Okay.
And it helps in the digestion of the feeding the gizzard of the hen. So you have to provide that, and then you have to provide vegetables. Most farmers they don't give them vegetables. You hang the vegetables. Like now in that poultry house I showed you, we would use deep litter system, and we would at some points we would press vegetables. We would hang them. Those vegetables, the hens would be pecking them, would make them PC, and then supply some vitamins. So the hens will, the production of the hens will be very high.
Oh, okay.
So those are some of other things that you do. Apart from the feeds and the control of the diseases in the poultry house. Again, you must ensure that you provide enough or sufficient water.
Water.
Yes, because they need more water.
Okay.
More water. So you must ensure, a farmer should ensure that there is a reliable source of water.
For the hens?
Yes, for the hens. Because if you miss water in a poultry farm, then it will be a menace.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, another thing, on vaccination, that's what most of the farmers would like to know about. Vaccination, what happens?
So in the vaccination, we have a vaccination schedule, as I told you, Ari. We have so many diseases we prevent in the poultry, which if they come, it will be a bad story.
Bad story.
Farmer.
They easily die.
Yes. Yeah. Because like now, this is like in your castle, it will sweep everything. Yes, because it's a viral disease which spreads very fast. So the chicks should be vaccinated when they are young. Actually, NCD, that is in Newcastle, vaccine is administered from the hatchery together with the Malex vaccine. And then the farmer now, you are given a chart on how you are supposed to carry out those vaccine at every stage.
At every stage?
Yes.
Now, usually, so meaning that when someone has such kind of hens, they need a professional as well to be guiding through on how to vaccinate and take care of in terms of diseases.
So much advisable to have a professional, because most of the farmers, they start that kind of a project. The hens are affected by a disease. They don't know which disease is this. They keep on guessing. They go to the agrovets, explain to those people who are in the agrovets. Some of them, they are illiterate. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, know this thing is agri-enterprise. People want to make money. They don't have that expertise on how to advise the farmer. So the farmer goes and mess the whole project.
The whole project.
Yes.
Now, another thing is that there's this night care.
Yes.
No, first, before you go to the night care, on the feeds, should they stick to one variety or one type, or they?
Very, very important. The feed, the farmer should stick to one company from where he or she gets the feed from.
Okay.
For example, if one decided to get feeds from the Bidico company, you should stick to that. The moment you make a mistake of changing, what you have done to your chicks is causing stress, and the stress will reduce the production.
Okay. Now, in terms of heat and cold, how do you manage that?
Heat. For example, if there is maybe like now this season of very heavy floods, there is coldness everywhere, you have to ensure. For example, the poultry house, like the one I showed you, is open all over. So you have to ensure that first of all, the roof, it has those translucent iron sheets. They will permit some of the heat to come in. Again, if the cold persists, we have special bulbs. Yes, you can light them, the brooding bulbs, so that they can supply more heat. That's when the coldness has gone to extreme.
The extreme.
Yes. But in most cases, coldness is manageable for the eggs of this age, the one I told you. But if it goes extreme, then that's when you now bring out those brooding bulbs so that they can, and then during the night, you can have the curtains. I think I will show you on the other side, the curtains, you lower them so that there is there's
no entry of a lot of wind.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you tell that this heat is extreme or it's the cold is extreme?
Yeah, there is that one. This one you see it through the behavior of the chicken. Yes. When it is very cold, the chicken would tend to come together and they become closer and then they pile to one corner, you see. And then when it is very hot, you will see them spreading, opening their wings, panting, opening their mouths.
So
that's when
it's
the
very hot.
temperatures are very high.
Very high.
Yes.
So they need, if it's the bulbs that are on,
Yes,
switched
you
off.
switch them off.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, night care. How many times should someone wake up at night to take care of these hens? You know, that's a challenge.
This one now, that's why I told you that a farmer, when you start a poultry farm, you must ensure your farm is in a secure place.
In a secure place.
Yes.
So, meaning you must wake up?
Yeah, not necessarily. If you are sure that your poultry house is in a secure place, the hens does not have a problem. Actually, they will be sleeping.
In terms of food, they don't eat at night?
No, they don't eat at night unless you want to feed them at night. But there is no reason, because what you would be doing is increasing the cost of production.
For no reason?
Yeah, for no good reason. They are fed during the day.
During the day?
Yes.
So,
what we normally feed during the night are the chicks.
The chicks?
Yeah,
hence it's during the day?
The chicks which come from the hatchery, that is from the source, the ones we feed, because they are provided light or during the day, during the night.
Okay.
And you know a hen, for information, it feeds all the time provided there is a feed.
Now let me ask another question.
Yes.
So you want to say that at night you can switch off the lights and let them sleep?
Yes.
You switch off the lights?
Yes.
You don't...
At this stage, you can switch off the lights.
And you sleep?
Yes, and you sleep.
So it's wake up in the morning?
You wake up, maybe you do cleanliness of the waterers and the feeders, and then you give them the feed.
So if a farmer just puts food, for instance, and you're sure by 6 it's over, you don't add?
I don't add.
Let them sleep?
Yes, let them sleep. Yeah.
What are the bad signs of laying eggs? A hen laying eggs, the bad signs you can tell, either they have a disease, stress or something.
Okay, number one, if you see your hen maybe drooping the wings, yes, drooping the wings, shrinking like this, then you see that your hen has a problem.
Okay.
Secondly, you look at the droppings.
Droppings.
Yeah. The normal droppings should be hard, of course not watery.
Okay.
Yes, if you see a droppings which is greenish, then sense there is an infection.
Okay.
If you see droppings with which is bloody, so you sense that is a bacterial infection.
Okay.
So you take a good measure on how to control.
Okay.
Yeah,
so there should be a regular visit from a professional.
Exactly.
Now we are winding up our interview. Kindly, what can you tell a person about yourself, someone who needs your services? Okay,
from the information that I've just given, I'm Joseph and I'm an agronomist, an extension officer who is specialized in agriculture, more especially animal production and crop production. I do so many projects in animal production, that is poultry, we do dairy farming, and we are also coming up with other animal production practices.
Okay.
I also do crop production. We are doing so many crops, onion production, that's bulb onion production. We are doing beans production, we are doing maize production, carrots production, all those crops. So if you need any assistance in crop production, animal production, you can simply reach me out using my official number, that is 0711 328 142.
142.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for creating time for this conversation. See you next time for another crop or some animal, or maybe let's talk of some form of farming.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Thank you so much.